project manager? Mohammed, so he has to identify himself as a project manager. Table of contents, feasibility or feasibility study?
Should be feasibility study.
Okay, so it's a feasibility study.
Okay.
It's better to do it this way. 1, introduction, 2, need, 3, problem, and so on and so forth, okay?
Okay, right.
Or like 1.1, 1.2, 1.3, 1.4, and so on. Then 1.4, limitations, right? But these are not limitations, these are requirements, plural, requirements only. Instead of restrictions, you have to put limitations. Okay?
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So 1.4 will be requirements, and then 1.5 will be limitations.
Okay.
Then constraints, stakeholders, stakeholders, 1 word, not 2 words.
All right, Professor.
Project charter, and that's it for now. Okay, you see here, feasibility study, chapter 1, then 1.1, introduction. Now, in your introduction, what you have to prove, that, you have to introduce your design. What is the main idea behind your design? What you are doing, okay, Fnu is here. What you are doing here, you are trying to convince me that home automation systems, they have potential. Okay, it is not the place. This is the place for you just to explain what your design is about and, just tell me the story about your design. Now, so for example, the whole first paragraph is about nothing. Okay, so from here to here, it's just, nice words, but they don't have any meaning. And we're engineers, so you have to go straight into the points, right? Now, our goal is to design IoT-based smart home controller, right? And then build a mobile application based on Android platform to control it remotely. Okay? Now, remember that this is introduction. This is appeal to the audience. And usually, this audience is not very smart people. They're not engineers. They're rich people because you're asking for money, but they're not smart people. So you will tell them, okay, I want to sell you smart home controller. And they have no clue what it's about. Okay, so you have to tell me what is the smart home controller? What's it about? And then it can be controlled remotely. Now, you have on the second page, you have a picture. Yeah, so exactly. I mean, we don't need this sophisticated introduction, but you have to say, okay, our device has reacts on light, on temperature, on gas. And this is exactly what you are not doing, because later when you read, it will be about face recognition system. So here you're promising me one thing, but later you're talking about other thing. And that is disappointing. It's like, yes, there is a camera here. There is a camera here, but we don't know what the camera is doing here. Because the main thing is about face recognition. Okay, so what I would recommend you to do is, first of all, take all, general language, because it's not necessary, right? It's just it's a space holder and nothing else. And go straight to the point that we are using, we are designing a smart home controller, which main purpose is to identify somebody at your door, right? And that controller can be controlled or remotely using an Android system or Android phone, even better, using Android phone. So people can see on the smartphone who is approaching the door. That's it. Okay. But you understand my point, right? I mean, picture is fine. Picture is fine. Actually, picture makes the text more interesting. But then the picture is supposed to, yeah, so, right? Then the second one is, again, very interesting idea, numbers. For example, $80 billion. But said who? You cannot tell me it's $80 billion without any proof. You need to provide the references. Yeah, references, footnotes, endnotes, whatever you prefer. You see, also, the popularity of home automation system has been rising comprehensively because considerable capability and simplification through Android phone and tablet connectivity. That's, I mean, I'm not saying that's not true, but everyone I know, nobody has such a system, and probably you don't have such a system in your house. Why are you saying that it has been rising? If it is rising, maybe it's rising. Maybe it's not rising only in New York City, maybe. But if it is rising, that give me the references, some serious source, you know? Yeah. You see, owners of public and private infrastructures actively looking for best methods for controlling blah, blah, blah. Again, who said that? How can you prove it? Because what is the market analysis? Market analysis is to show the potential investor that there is a potential in this market. So I can, because it's not your money, it's my money. I mean, not my money, but you are just designer. You're hired to do design, but I need to know if you design this system, will I be able to sell it or not? That is question number one for me. Okay, not about your design. Design is, for me, it's nothing. For you, it's number one, but for me, it's money. Okay, so you need to convince me in need that if I invest money into your design, I will get money, I will get return on my money. That's what's important for me. So A, you have to be specific, right, in terms of the references, and B, you have to be precise. Like, do not throw nice words, because they have an opposite effect. Instead of attracting people, they put people on alert. Oh, they're trying to to make the nice picture here. Yeah. And yeah, and then you're just talking about automation technology, blah blah blah, the benefits of automation technology. No, it's nice to know, but I'm interested in money. So what I need how many companies are working on this market. For example, you can say Google. If you go to Google website, right, and you will see that they have what is that, Yelp. Yeah, home assistant. Yeah,
Alexa.
Yelp, right?
Yes, Alexa, Google Assistant. Yeah.
No, let's say that's Amazon.
Amazon, yeah.
Amazon is working on that. Google working on that. Many other companies working on that. So
yes,
that is qualifies that, oh, if Google works on that, Amazon works on this, so it's maybe time for me to work on it.
Yes, Professor, that's true. Yeah.
Because it's $80 billion, big companies are involved. Yeah, I'm safe. Right?
Yes, Professor.
Yeah, so that is the point. Okay. So the overall market, big companies give me their products, their pictures, what they can do with their products. You know, you can, different kind of technical literature that people are actively work on this stuff. Yeah, a lot of engineers, they're doing different kind of designs for home security systems. So all these together, it's like a qualifier. Oh yeah, I'm totally. A, the market is big because $80 billion. B, big companies are involved, big and small. And look, A, B, C, D products, big companies, small companies. All companies are doing something different, right? Then a lot of research is done on this. It's a lot of designers are working on this. So clearly, there is a potential here. Okay, so that is your need. That's your need. And then in problem, you go back again and you start talking about how, internet of things, technology is great and blah, blah, blah. But because you see, the key question is, if there are so many products available and you demonstrate that in need, why do we need your product? Okay, because, look, I will stop here and then I will show you another, because I prepared for you some slides. Okay, so for example, this is a Blink, Amazon company, right? The whole array of systems. So why do I need yours? So you here. That's right. That's right. Because you will see so many products, and all of them, they have a lot of useful features, but not this feature. And we are going to give you this feature. It can be everything. It can be, for example, it can be Android platform, but for phones which are not, very powerful, big processor, or security system which doesn't take much of traffic or bandwidth, right? Or resolution is low, or something else. I don't know, but talk to Professor Lee. He's supposed to tell you, okay, why do we need this? Why our system is different from the existing systems? What is the novelty here? New thing.
Okay.
Yes, of course. Yes. Because many questions you cannot answer. You're not experts. You're just students. You have to remember that. This is your first time encounter with the real market. You don't know many things. Of course, Professor Lee knows a lot because he's been living in it. He's been spending all his life working in this field. Yeah, so he's supposed to know. So yeah, and then problem to be solved, right? It's not just a problem, it's a problem to be solved. What is the problem we're going to work on this? So, okay, and then you go to 4 requirements. Requirements are external requirements and internal requirements. Again, what you're trying to do here, all of a sudden, you are trying to explain how the system will work.
Yes.
It's not what you need to do. You need, for that, I copied, just a moment. Again, that Blink, right? Technical specifications. You see, for example, we take, this is a technical specification. Devices, operating systems or platforms, right? High-speed internet, broadband, IP configuration, Wi-Fi security, or Blink outdoor, right? Over here, video codec, resolution, focus range, field of view, imaging, night vision, motion detection, advanced activity zones, radio, audio, LED, battery type, battery low indicator, battery life sensor, blah, 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 a lot of stuff. So what you will do, you go to Blink, you go to Google, what is that?
Google
Yelp.
Assist.
Yeah, Google Yelp.
Okay.
I will show it to you. Yelp, technical. Yeah, this is the thing. And Yelp. Yeah. It's a similar product to, you see, technical specs, dimension, but this is all mechanical, right? Audio. So it's not much. It's not technical. You need to find something more technical here. Connectivity. These are just dimensions. This is for customers. It's not for technical people. Yeah, but you know, here it's more or less. Yeah. Nest and Yell locks. Yeah, Blink is a good example. Exactly. Yeah. So you just use Blink and. Okay. Okay. So this will be about your external requirements, right? Or customers. Now, in company's requirements over here, company requirements, what you are talking about is about three things. A, market. How are you going to sell your product? Because it's not so obvious. I mean, you don't have manpower of Google or Amazon, right? So what are your, how can you introduce your design to public? It can be, for example, social media, Facebook, or something like that, right? It can be LinkedIn, it can be Instagram, it can be YouTube, you know, things like that. What will be your approach? You can use Zan competition. That's why I recommend you Zan competition. You know, something. You have to tell me a story, how you're going to introduce your, maybe not sell, but introduce your design to general public. How do they know about you? Okay, so that's market. It's number one. Number two is manufacturing, because you're supposed to use a Cine Design Lab, right? Professor Lee doesn't make his own lab, but you can use Cine Design Lab. So you have to describe the lab as the manufacturing hub for you. So what kind of computers available, software available, maybe some tools, 3D printers, you know, to make because we have a 3D printer without technicians, or you can use Zan competition, Zan Center 3D printers. But then you have to describe what kind of printers available, what, you know, because, for example, there was one design group, they, you know, they need a special kind of 3D printer. You know, so it's not so obvious. I mean, maybe your case it does matter, but in some cases it's supposed to be big 3D printer or small 3D printer, or 3D printer working on a specific material, or 3D printer which makes like a squares or cubes and cylinders or something else. You know, so you need. So it's a second one, fabrication, right? Facilities fabrication. And number three, finance. So you address this issue. You said that $250 and maybe $500 with approval of Professor Lee, but maybe something else. Maybe again, Zan competition. Maybe, you know, maybe you have additional sources. You know, maybe Professor Lee gives you some money, or maybe there is no money, but you will get spare parts, for example, from our lab technicians, because we have plenty of spare parts from previous designs. Why to buy a new? What are you using? Adreno or
Raspberry Pi.
Raspberry Pi. But yeah, but you see, I hear it's Arduino. Ah, okay, I got it. Yeah, yeah. Okay, okay. So yeah, so you have some, some stuff here. Yeah, specifications. Exactly. Yeah, converted table. Yeah, like use engineer. Why to use text? Use engineering language. I mean,
Okay, Professor.
okay. So all the information can be, but again, it's not here. It is in external customers' requirements, right? It's
Okay.
not here. Yeah, it's misplaced.
Okay, Professor.
That's number two. Number three goes here. So again, these are not restrictions, limitations, right?
Okay.
Limitations. Okay, patents is number one limitation, fine, right? Don't forget to include patents into your printout, into your real binder, okay? So all three patents should be printed out just to demonstrate. What I'm interested is not real patents, but maybe Professor Lee can give you a couple of patents too, because he has a lot of patents. What I need to know, I need to make sure that A, you know how the patents look like, okay, in your life, in real life. And number two is what kind of information is available from patents. Because patents for engineers, it is a very important thing. You need to know what's going on in the engineering field before. Of course, you will be highly specialized. You will be not like about everything. As soon as you, uh-huh. Yes, yeah, yeah. Mhm. Yeah, because patents is the field of its own, and there is a special group of engineers who work in the patents, and they do research, for you. But you need to know that the important and number two, how they work. Okay, now codes. I'm not sure about that. You need codes, but just in case, no, no, no. IEEE, it's not a code. It's a standard.
Standard. Yeah, it's not a code. Yeah.
It's not a code, it's standard. That's why, for example, uh, you see, this is ANSI. It's an American National Standard Institute web store. And look how many standards you have. Different kind of locks and latches, exit devices, cylinders and input devices, auxiliary locks, interconnected locks, different kind of electromagnetic locks, delay locking, electrified devices, mechanical, yeah, alarms. So it's a high security cylinders, and so on. So all together, it's like I don't remember how many. I saw it somewhere. Yeah, so it's many different standards. By the way, as you can see, all the standards are for sale, so you can get access to these standards, but only through our library, our technical library. Yeah, Professor, for example, you will ask Professor Lee. Professor Lee, can you give us like a couple of standards in this about IoT, for example, about security system, about face recognition, right? And
Yeah.
then just, you know, he will give you access because he has access. He is the one who determines which kind of standards we need or he needs for his research. And then he buy it not by himself, but through the library, because library has funds, and then library buys it or by subscription. You see, it's all subscription, available for subscriptions, always. So it's like on a renewal basis. So this is standards, right? Then this one is, I copied, this is a Google Scholar. Yeah, this is a standards for IoT systems. Okay, so it's a lot of different. Again, you don't need to do it for real. Don't spend much time on it. Just show me that you are familiar with the standards and you know how they work, how they look like, and so on. Okay. Yes. And then the last one is difference between standards and regulations. Standards are technical requirements. That's what you have to do as engineer. But a regulation, it is a legal. It's illegal. It's to protect public, right? And for regulation, you go to the website Federal Code of Federal Regulation. Yeah, you see, it's an electronic version. And then you, for example, I type in. I don't know what did I type in. Door security. You see, door security, and then it gave me 450 different kind of rules and regulations about door security. So it's a pretty, again, couple of regulations, right? You see title 46, chapter 1, part 170, and then you know, print it out and include it in your description. And then it will be very good. It will be like you will cover everything here. You will have information about, I mean, if you want codes, it's fine. You have here limitations, patents, you have 3 patents, you have codes, fine, 1 code, then you have not regulations of standards. Regulations, one thing, standards, another thing. Okay? Yeah. For IEEE standards, you have, you know, plenty. But for regulations, you have to, yeah, constraints. Okay, what is the difference between constraints and standards? Standards are equally important for each design. It doesn't matter what I design, I have to be in compliance with standards. Constraints are your particular situation. So your particular situation is that you have to do it in 2 semesters and you have to do it in the budget of $250. That's most obvious constraint, right? Yeah, but maybe Professor Lee will give you some constraints he knows of. Just because these 2 are like from a managerial point of view, and everybody in each project they will specify. But ask Professor Lee. Professor Lee, what will be a technical constraint? Yeah, yeah. Stakeholders, no problem. Yeah, and then project charter. Project charter is here. Yeah, Mohammed is the project manager, right? Project justification, again, I mean, you can leave it as this, but I would, because you know it's supposed to be squeezed into 1 page. That's why you have a very small font.
Yes, Professor. Yeah.
Yeah, because you wanted to squeeze a lot.
Squeeze 1 page. Yeah, a lot of information
No
in 1
need,
page. Yeah.
no need. Just a bold statement, because whatever information, usually people go like a backward. First, they read project charter, right? And then when they have questions, they go to the beginning and they start reading text. So when they want to see project justification, what they need to read? They need to read introduction, they need to read need, and they need to read a problem to be discussed or to be solved, sorry, right? These 3 things are project justification. But here in project charter, just straight line. We are justifying, you know, we want to do this project because it's a hot on the market and we want to address this issue. That's it.
Okay.
Without any explanation, because if people want, they have plenty of space to read. Now, what are the deliverables? These are the main components which are included into your design. It's more or less like the first diagram you showed me.
Yes, this is more or less, yeah. Yes, Professor.
So exactly. So these are your deliverables.
Yes.
Each block on the diagram, that's your deliverable. Success criteria, your success criteria is great in this class, right? Ask Professor Lee, what you supposed to do to get A, and this will be your success criteria, right?
Yeah. Yes,
That's
Professor.
success criteria. Yeah. Stakeholders fine. Key assumptions, timeline and cost.
Okay.
Right? Nothing else.
Mhm.
Yeah. Yes, try to improve it over the weekend, and let's meet again on Monday. If you
Yes.
cannot come on campus, I'm trying to take this week off because I want to put my personal stuff in order.
Yes.
So I'm not coming on campus. But after the Thanksgiving, I will be back to campus. So you will find me in my room. If you cannot come all together, maybe 1-2 of you will come and we'll talk.
All right, Professor. No problem.
Yes, we can meet on Zoom. Yes, we can meet on Zoom. But I really enjoy meeting you in reality. Yeah, yeah. If I knew that you're coming, I would come definitely. It's not just no, I would come, but because the day on my calendar was empty, I said, "Oh, okay, I will stay at home and do my things." Yeah, yeah. No, I read it. Yes, and you repeat your email, and then I read it. Oh, yeah. Fine. Okay. All right. So I'll see you in class.
All right, Professor. Thank you so much.
Stay well. Take care.